A lot of people say that the home buying process is very stressful, but is it really? In today's video, I will guide you through a step-by-step guide on what goes on during the home buying process so you can be informed and you can have a plan set up by the time you decide to make the move. By the way, if you want to know any more information about the market, view any specific properties, or learn more about a specific community, just feel free to reach out to me. I answer every single one of my messages, and all of my contact information, my email, phone number, and other useful links are on the description below. So don't hesitate to reach out, and also don't forget to subscribe. What's up, guys? I'm Stephanie Cabrales with Realty One Group Authentic, and I help buyers and sellers like you achieve their goals by providing them with valuable information for a smooth and transparent buying or selling process. Now, let's get into it. Like I mentioned before, I will be breaking down the step-by-step guide on what goes on during the home buying process. So let's break it down into 7 different categories. Before you even start looking at houses, make sure to get your finances in order. This means checking your credit score, saving for a down payment, and getting a pre-approval for a mortgage. A pre-approval gives you a clear picture on what you can afford, and it pretty much tells sellers that you are a serious buyer. Let's break this down further. Start by checking your credit score. A higher credit score can help you secure a lower interest rate on your mortgage, and this can save you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. You can also check your credit score for free through various online services and even through your bank's mobile app. Next, let's talk about saving for a down payment. Most lenders prefer a down payment of at least 20% of the home's price to avoid private mortgage insurance. However, there are loan programs available that require as little as 3.5% down. Start saving early and consider setting up automatic transfers to your savings account each month, as this will help you in the future. Finally, get pre-approved for a mortgage. This involves submitting your financial information to a lender, including pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, and bank statements. And if you qualify, the lender will then provide you with a pre-approval letter stating how much they are willing to lend you. This letter is crucial when you start making offers, as it shows sellers that you are a qualified buyer by proving that you have the funds available to purchase the home. Now, there is times when I get clients who want to find the perfect home before they get pre-approved, and even though I wouldn't turn them down from viewing properties for this reason, it's really not recommended because not being pre-approved will affect the efficiency of an offer due to that most sellers tend to disregard offers that don't have a pre-approval. Step number 2, choosing the right neighborhood. Omaha has a variety of neighborhoods, from bigger developed neighborhoods to ones that are constantly growing with new residents every day. Now, consider what's important to you. Is it a well-developed neighborhood, local amenities, or maybe just a local vet for your pets? I always encourage clients to spend some time researching different areas so that you have a better idea of where you would like to live. What are other essential things to consider? Well, if you have children, researching school districts is essential. Omaha has some excellent schools, and you can find detailed information of each school in their online website under School Performance. I also recommend reviewing sports as well as academic programs available for your kids. Now, if driving long distances is something you want to avoid at all costs, keep in mind that overall, Omaha is a pretty spread out city, and people typically tend to drive about 15 to 20 minutes to get around the city. However, I believe that with the different communities and neighborhoods around Omaha, you can actually find a home in an area with reasonable driving distance to local amenities. Step 3, finding a real estate agent. I understand how important buying the right home is for you, and as your agent, I will provide valuable market stats and help you find listings that meet your criteria. Paying attention to my clients' needs and wants is what allows me to get to know them at a deeper level. I love building relationships with those that I work for, but my ultimate goal is to build trust, because without trust, it's really hard to build strong relationships. Once you feel ready to move forward, it's time to figure out what area you're considering to buy in. As your local real estate agent, it is my job to protect you and provide valuable information that will help you identify the perfect purchase price for your budget. Lastly, buying a home can be a long process, and a lot of the time it can be very emotional. So having an agent who doesn't only listen to your needs and communicates effectively, but somebody who makes buying a home a fun process is crucial. Step number 4, house hunting. Now, when you're out and about house hunting, it can be difficult to pick a home, whether that's because of the low inventory or just maybe too many options to choose from. This is why it is important that you make a list of your must-haves in your new home. What are some of your must-haves? Is it maybe the bedrooms, a walkout, vaulted ceilings, or maybe just a pool in the backyard? Or are you looking into proximity to local restaurants, entertainment, work, or maybe just a really good coffee shop? Whatever it is that you're looking for, all that matters is that you simply think about what those important things are to you. Now, every property is different, so make sure that you're either taking photos or taking notes of each home that you view to then compare them. This will allow you to narrow down to the home that best fits your expectations. And if you ever feel like you have to visit a particular home a second time, don't hesitate to do so. Sometimes it could be beneficial to view a home a second time in case you missed any important details the first time around. And essentially, it can allow you to identify if this is the home for you. Step 5. Making an offer. Once you find the perfect home, I will help you make a competitive offer. This involves determining a fair price based on comparable sales, deciding on contingencies, and setting a closing date. Always keep in mind counteroffers. Negotiating to terms that both parties agree to is important during this time. To determine a fair price, I would conduct a comparable market analysis, a CMA. This report will compare the home you want to buy to similar homes that have sold recently within the area. Now, I want to emphasize on the word similar, as people tend to think that they can simply compare any home that has sold around the neighborhood in general, but that's not always the case. This comparison needs to be performed based on very similar qualities that your subject property has in comparison to other properties. And sometimes it can be difficult to find comparables that match your subject property just because most homes are very different, even within the same neighborhood. This is also why it is recommended that the CMA is done in a professional way. Then after correctly obtaining this data, you can make an informed offer. Now, let's talk about contingencies. Contingencies take place once we are ready to make an offer, and they are conditions that must be met for the sale to proceed. The most common contingencies include home inspections, financing approval like I've mentioned before, and a professional estimate on market value, also known as an appraisal. Once all contingencies are met and the buyer is satisfied, we continue with the purchase of the house. Step number 6, the escrow period. After your offer is accepted, it is time for a home inspection and appraisal. Now, if you decide to run a home inspection, the inspection will point out potential issues in the home that you will want to be aware of. A professional inspector will examine the property's condition, including the roof, foundation, plumbing, and electrical systems. They will then provide a detailed report highlighting any issues that need attention. We can then negotiate with the seller to address these issues or adjust the purchase price. Now, the appraisal is a required step in the home buying process, since it is requested by the lender to ensure that the home's value matches the loan amount. If the appraisal comes back at a favorable sales price, then the transaction continues. The appraisal is conducted by a licensed appraiser, and it is based on the home's value, condition, location, and comparable sales. Alright, and the most exciting step, step number 7, the closing day. This is the final step in the home buying process. You'll sign a lot of paperwork, pay closing costs, and finalize your mortgage. Once everything is signed and the funds are transferred, you'll receive the keys to your new home. Woohoo! Congratulations! Let's go over the closing process in detail. You'll receive a closing disclosure from your lender at least 3 days before the closing. This document outlines the final loan terms, including the interest rate, monthly payments, and closing costs. Review it carefully and ask your lender any questions you may have. Again, on the day of closing, you will sign various documents, including the loan agreement and property transfer paperwork. Be sure to bring a valid photo ID and proof of funds for the closing cost. Once all documents are signed and funds are transferred, the seller will hand over the keys, and the home is officially yours. Now, I know this sounds like a lot, but having an agent that can walk you through every single one of these steps with knowledge and confidence can take a lot of stress off your shoulders. If you learned something new today, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. But anyways, this was the step-by-step guide on what goes on during the home buying process. I hope you found this information helpful. And if you feel ready to jump into the buying process, click the link below to search for homes for sale around your area. I look forward to working with you, and thanks for watching my video. Happy house hunting, and see you on the next video.